Isn't about me, it is about the investment that we're making here to turn this resort into the best there is across this entire region.
A long-awaited announcement comes to a once popular destination in Franklin County. News 3 at 5 starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Mark Heasling.
And I'm Julie Williams, and the wait is over to restore the once popular Ren Lake Resort in Franklin County.
Governor J.B. Pritzker stopped in our region to announce millions in funding for the resort. News 3's Danny Valle joins us from outside the resort. Danny, what else did the governor say?
Well, Mark, he spoke to the dozens here at the Ren Lake Resort, reminding them of the past 6 years of the conversations and debates that failed to materialize in the revival of this resort. But today, the governor said it is a different story, and it brings a long-awaited result to the people of Franklin County. Today, Governor J.B. Pritzker announced that the state will give $17 million in state funds to help with repairs. That'll help with mold removal and fixing the parking lot, among other fixes. Now, the governor called Ren Lake an Illinois gem that brought in $245 million in revenue at its peak in 2010. But after years of mismanagement and failed bids to revive the resort, Governor Pritzker says the wait is finally over.
Refuse to give up on Ren Lake Resort. This lake has been around for 50 years, and for that entire half a century, Ren Lake has been a shining example of the rich history, the human ingenuity, and the values of sustainability.
$1 million comes from the Rebuild Illinois Fund. That money was set aside specifically for this project in this year's state budget. Now, there's no timetable on when fixes and the projects will start, but the governor says they're working to do that as fast as they can. And the governor also credited local lawmakers with expediting the call for the resort revival, and we'll delve into that in a little bit more coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. But for now, reporting live at the Ren Lake Resort in Franklin County, I'm Danny Valle, News 3.
Well, it was a very hot and sunny day. A lot of us still seeing the hot temperatures and the sunshine this evening, but some changes are going to be coming our way later this evening. Ahead of a cold front that is off to our north and west, there is a long line of storms that has developed, extending from Missouri through Illinois, back into Indiana, and up into the Michigan area as well. All of those pink boxes, that's a severe thunderstorm watch. Those are just out of our viewing area. The only county that we're watching in that watch right now is Madison County in southeastern Missouri. But as these storms start to push in from the south and east, there is a chance that some of these will be on the strong side late tonight. So when you go to bed tonight, just make sure you have multiple ways to get alerts. It's looking like those could move in as early as 10 or 11 o'clock tonight. We're talking about strong winds, heavy rain, and some lightning with these storms. So the strongest storm is going to be off to the north and the west, but as they're moving in, they should be weakening. We'll keep an eye on these. We'll keep sending you those alerts. The rain from the storms is going to be sticking around into tomorrow as well. So I'll break down all the rain chances coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Thank you, JC. State Attorney General Eric Schmitt won the Republican nomination for Missouri's U.S. Senate. That means he'll face two opponents this November. On the Democrat side, former state rep Alan Green and John Hartwig Jr. will run as a Libertarian. Schmitt won the Republican nomination with more than 46% of the vote. He was running against former Missouri Governor Eric Greitens. Schmitt says it's crucial to beat the Democrat nominee Green this November.
The Democrats aren't playing small ball. They're playing for keeps. They're two votes away in the United States Senate from packing the Supreme Court, adding states to the Union, federalizing our elections, instituting amnesty and open borders, destroying our economy with the Green New Deal. They want to fundamentally change this country forever.
The U.S. Senate seat is up for grabs because Senator Roy Blunt is retiring. We do have more information on the history of the seat on our website, WSILTV.com.
A woman's access to abortion remains a hot topic for voters. Here's an updated map provided by ABC. More than a dozen states have laws banning the procedure. The dark brown states, including Missouri, have bans with very few exceptions. Red states like Kentucky have laws tied up in court. 4 other states have bans on abortion at 6 weeks. Kansas remains a state in which women can have an abortion. Voters blocked a change to the state's constitution.
And President Biden signed an executive order today. It says Medicaid can pay for women to get out-of-state abortion services. Rena Roy has more.
President Biden fighting to protect abortion rights in this post-Roe reality, signing an executive order Wednesday to pave the way for Medicaid to pay for those seeking abortion services outside of their home states.
Secretary Becerra is going to work with states through the Medicaid to allow them to provide reproductive health care for women who live in states where abortions are being banned in that state.
Biden's order will also help ensure healthcare providers comply with federal non-discrimination laws so that women can get medically necessary care without delay.
Under federal laws, no woman, whether pregnant or not, no matter where she lives, should be turned away or denied necessary treatment during a medical crisis.
At least 14 states have seized nearly all abortion services, but in Kansas Tuesday night, voters decided their state won't be joining that growing list, at least for now.
The overwhelming no vote just proves that people in states can stand up and say no. You're not going to control my body, and I hope this is an example for other states.
Voters blocked an amendment that would have stripped protections from the state's constitution, meaning lawmakers could have enacted tighter restrictions or an outright ban.
This sends a message that the women are coming out of the woodworks. Like, we are not going anywhere, and we are going to protect ourselves.
Anti-abortion rights activists saying the fight is far from over.
If the last 50 years haven't shown anything, we've been fighting. We're not going to stop fighting.
And the Justice Department is taking legal action for the first time since Roe v. Wade was overturned less than 6 weeks ago, filing suit against the state of Idaho to try and block its law that only allows doctors to perform abortions when a woman is at risk of death rather than risk of serious harm. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
A university in Massachusetts may soon have vending machines that can dispense the morning after pill. It's expected to happen at Northeastern University. A student-led group says students who need the contraception only have two options. One can take a bit of time. That's scheduling an appointment through the Student Health Center.
Or another option is to go to a drugstore and pay $50, which can be really difficult for a lot of our students who might be food insecure or low income.
Boston University has already installed a vending machine with the Plan B. They say the contraceptive costs about $7 or $8 in the machine.
It's hot here, and it's really hot in eastern Kentucky. Folks, it's day 7 of search and rescues in that flooding. The death toll has stayed at 37 people for 2 days now. And right now, a lot of people don't have power. Emergency responders say they've already rescued more than 2,000 people. Officials say a lot of the folks in eastern Kentucky don't have flood insurance. They have set up the Kentucky Flood Relief Fund. $3 million will be sent out.
Today marks 3 years since the mass shooting at a Walmart in El Paso, Texas. 23 people were killed in that incident. The shooting is described as one of the deadliest attacks ever on Latinos in the U.S. You're looking at a large memorial at the site of that shooting. The 21-year-old suspect was arrested shortly after the incident. COVID-19 caused a delay in court proceedings, but that suspect faces close to 100 charges.
Equifax says they sent people the wrong credit score, and that happened for 3 weeks. That meant some people were denied for loans and some even got higher credit ratings. Equifax says it was a coding issue. They do say it's fixed now. Equifax handles credit information for more than 200 million Americans. They were hacked in 2017. That's when 150 million people's credit scores and credit information was leaked. And more people are booking Airbnbs. There were almost 104 million bookings in 3 months. That's even more bookings than before the pandemic. And this is all for the quarter that ended in June. Airbnb had a $379 million profit. Analysts say this is a good sign the travel industry is starting to recover.
The American Red Cross is facing what it calls an urgent need for blood. Today, the Red Cross held its regular bi-monthly drive at Franklin Hospital. The Red Cross says the need is so great, it's offering $10 e-gift cards for anyone who donates during the month of August. Organizers with the hospital say today's turnout exceeded their expectations. CEO Jim Johnson tells us the hospital is always happy to partner with Red Cross on drives like this.
It's continually running on short supply. Oftentimes our lab is down to 1 or 2 liters of blood of certain types, and this helps us keep them supplied so that we can be supplied and take care of our patients.
For more information on those e-gift cards or on the American Red Cross, they now have a mobile app. Franklin Hospital's next blood drive is October 5th.